Hi there, I'm back, and this is going to be a video recipe, actually, using my Pro 1200 blender by Oster again. But before I start that, I just want to show you something really cool. I know I've gone over smoothies with this blender and with the dual action as well, but this one I just want to show you. I made my smoothie this morning with a host of raw vegetables. I have baby raw carrots that are quite hard. I also used some fresh rainbow chard, Swiss chard, and I also put in one whole beet. Now I did quarter it, but it was just in quarters. Ran it on the smoothie cycle, and then ran it on high for like an extra 30 seconds after that cycle was done, just to make sure it was smoothed out. There's also frozen bananas and frozen blueberries in here, which are also a little bit harder in texture. But I just wanted to show you how this comes out. You want to talk about a smooth smoothie. It is incredibly smooth and absolutely delicious. Yum. Okay, let me clear the decks and we'll get started on the recipe, so just hang on. Okay, we're back, and what I'm going to do today is actually kind of answering a viewer's question from a little while back. I'm not sure how far back it is, so I do apologize, but it was a viewer of mine on one of my other videos on the Oster Pro 1200 blender asked if this blender made a good hummus, and it does. It makes it nice and smooth and creamy. It's wonderful. So I thought, instead of just making it, I will videotape it and show you just how well this comes out. The recipe I'm using is, and you've heard me mention her a number of times, is from the blog HylaCooking.com. I love her recipes. She's funny as hell, and she has a YouTube channel, which is where I first saw her. I purchased her book about 6, 7, 8 months ago, and this is the book that I have of hers. I'm kind of close here. It's called Learn to Cook: A Down and Dirty Guide to Cooking by Hyla Johnson. It is a very basic cookbook as far as if you really don't know how to cook and have no idea how to get started in the kitchen, this book will teach you everything you need to know to get started. The recipes are really easy to follow. There's no like oddball ingredients that are hard to find. I am not a starter cook. I've been cooking all of my adult life, but the recipes in here are to die for. They're really good. They're delicious, and the humor in here is quite funny. She does have a hummus recipe here, so that's the recipe I'm going to do. And let me just get the cookbook out of the way, and let's get started. So in the blender, I already have, in the blender jar, I have one 15-ounce can of garbanzo beans, or chickpeas. They go by either name. And these have been drained and rinsed. Okay. And then we're going to put in 2 whole cloves of peeled garlic. There is 2 tablespoons of tahini in here. There's also a couple tablespoons of olive oil in here. And I'm going to do the olive oil first, just because I think the tahini will slide off the spoon a little easier that way. So pardon my getting the jar right in your view here. I hurt my wrist last night doing something, I don't know what, but I woke up this morning and my left wrist is just killing me. It's really hard to grip things, so getting that can of chickpeas open was a challenge this morning. So I'm a little limited on movement here, so and I'm not very good with my right hand, so this is going to be a little clumsy here. All right, so I put my 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. Now I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of tahini, which is sesame seed paste. You see, it comes out of there a lot easier if you do the oil first. I don't know that it really matters what order you put them in, because it's all going to get blended together. And the tahini I bought a little while back comes in a can. So when I opened it up, and it's not a can you can recap. It did have a plastic lid, but I didn't think it was very airtight, so I just poured the whole thing into an upcycled jar. I think this probably had salsa or bean dip or something in it. But I just can't stand even recycling jars that have a nice wide lid like this because they're so useful for other things. Okay, then our next ingredient is the juice of 1 lemon. So I have 1 lemon cut in half here. Well, this is going to be tricky because I got to remember to do it with the other hand so I don't hurt myself any further. Okay, there's one. Let's get the other half in here. Ow. Okay, that's good. Okay, and let's see, the last ingredient is a 1/4 cup of water. It does have a note that you might need a little bit more, so we'll see how this goes. We'll put in the 1/4 cup right away. And then let's get this on the blender. On the base, I should say. Okay, and let's blend her up and see what we get here. I'm just going to tilt it up a little bit so we can watch. All right. I think I do need a little more water. Okay. I added probably a few more tablespoons of water there, but I could see that I might have had a little air pocket. So just give that a little stir to break that up. Okay, let's get her going again here. Yeah, that's better. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that looks wonderful. It's perfect. So I added a 1/4 cup of water, with, like the recipe says, and then I did need like 2 to 3 additional tablespoons of water just to kind of help smooth it out a little bit. So let's get that into a bowl. I'm just going to pour a little bit here. Oh. So I feel a little disorganized today, so I apologize. My sore wrist is just like taking center stage here. So. All right, so. That might be a little close. There, how's that? Okay, so let's get this into the bowl and see what we got here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? All right, I will scrape the rest of that out later. And then for tasting, I was at the store. I knew I wanted to do this video at some point, and when I was at the store, I was looking for some pita crisps, which is basically pita bread that's been cut into quarters and baked crisp. And as much as I like them, they're kind of thick and really hard. I found this, and I thought I would try it instead. These are called non-crisps. It's really, really thin. It's made by Stonefire, and they make some really good naan bread for those of us that can't make it ourselves at home, because it does take some special baking skills and a tandoor oven. But these are they're really nice and thin and super crisp. I thought I'd give these a try to try the hummus. That is delicious. It is really good. Let me zoom in a little more so you can see the texture here. Let that focus. There we go. But look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? It is soft and creamy, so you can see it does do a really good job making hummus. That gives me that makes me give it a thumbs up. And great recipe. Thank you again, HylaCooking.com. So, again, if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. And thanks again for watching. Have a great day.